May this story bring you gentle peace and ease into sleep. Orchid and Kala, a heartwarming tale of honesty. This story is about a young girl named Orchid, who learns the value of honesty through a tale told by a sunbeam spirit named Kala about a humble man who finds true treasure by being truthful. In a vibrant village surrounded by rolling hills and blooming flowers, there lived a young girl named Orchid. Orchid had eyes that sparkled like the morning dew, and a spirit as free as the wind. She was known for her kindness and bravery, yet above all, Orchid valued honesty. Every evening, as the sun began to set, Orchid would sit beside the ancient oak tree to listen to the tales of the sunbeam spirit. Kala was a radiant and gentle spirit, with hair that shimmered like golden sun rays, and a voice that rang like a melody. One evening, as the sky painted itself in hues of orange and pink, Orchid waited eagerly. Kala appeared with a smile, her presence illuminating the space around her. "Tonight, I shall tell you a story about a hidden treasure," Kala began, her voice filled with warmth. Orchid's eyes widened with excitement. Long ago, in a kingdom far beyond these hills, there was a treasure hidden deep within a labyrinth. Many tried to find it but failed, for the labyrinth was enchanted. Those who sought the treasure had to possess a pure heart and truthful spirit. As Kala spoke, images of the labyrinth and the kingdom appeared round them. Orchid felt as if she was walking the maze herself. One day, a humble young man named Rowan decided to seek the treasure. Though he had little, he possessed a heart full of honesty and kindness. As Rowan faced the labyrinth, he encountered many challenges. Temptations of shortcuts and easy paths were presented to him, but Rowan remained steadfast in his truthfulness. Kala's voice was a gentle song in the twilight, weaving the story's essence into the air. On the final day of his journey, Rowan stood before the treasure. The guardian spirit appeared, asking if he had been honest throughout his quest. Rowan answered, without hesitation. The guardian smiled, sensing the truth in his words, and the treasure was revealed. It was not gold or gems, but the wisdom and peace he gained from his honest endeavors. Orchid's heart swelled with the beauty of the story. Honesty, dear Orchid, brings us closer to true treasures, Kala said, her eyes sparkling. As the last light of the day faded, Orchid hugged Kala tightly, feeling grateful for the lesson. With a heart full of warmth, she knew she would always hold honesty dear. The stars began to shimmer in the sky as Orchid whispered her thanks. The village settled into the gentle embrace of the night, a promise of more stories to come. Here's another story to bring you comfort and peace. The Tale of Nymphea and Camellia, a noble friendship. This story is about the noble friendship between a human named Nymphea and a hedgehog named Camellia, who together overcame great challenges to bring prosperity back to their village. In a quaint village surrounded by a lush, whispering forest, there lived a gentle human named Nymphea and a wise hedgehog named Camellia. Nymphea's heart was as pure as the crystal-clear stream that wove through the village, while Camellia's spines were as sharp and protective as her wing. One evening, as the sun cast golden hues across the sky, Nymphea found Camellia by the aged oak tree they both loved dearly. To evening, Camellia eyed Nymphea greeted warmly, her voice melodious like the song of the nightingale. Good evening, Nymphea, the lad cried Camellia, her tiny eyes gleaming like stars. They sat under the venerable tree, sharing stories and dreams, their friendship growing ever deeper. The time came when the village was threatened by a mysterious scourge that withered crops and soured milk. The villagers sought the wisdom of the forest, turning to its spirit, who resided in the heart of the ancient woods. To reach the spirit, One had to cross the enchanted glade, a place of great beauty and peril. Nymphia, with resolve shining in her eyes, volunteered to go. Camellia, despite her small size, insisted on accompanying her. "Your honor is unmatched, dear friend," Ayaki it too said, her heart swelling with gratitude. "Together we are stronger," Camellia responded, determination etched in every step. They embarked on their journey at dawn, the forest a symphony of awakening life. As they traversed the mystical glade, they faced trials that tested their courage and loyalty. Each challenge they overcame strengthened the bond of their friendship. When a fierce storm arose, Camellia used her sharp spines to protect Nymphia from falling branches. "Your bravery uplifts me," Iron Nymphia acknowledged, her spirit unwavering. Reaching the spirit of the forest, they pleaded for the village's salvation. His spirit, seeing the honor and unity between them, agreed to help. With a wave of its ethereal hand, prosperity returned and harmony was restored. The villagers celebrated Nymphia and Camellia, honoring their friendship and bravery. From that day on, the tale of the noble deeds of Nymphia and Camellia was passed down through generations. Their story became a beacon of honor, teaching that true friendship can overcome any hardship, and that the smallest creatures can possess the greatest hearts. And so under the starlit sky, Nymphia and Camellia continued their journey, their hearts alight with the honor they share and the friendship that forever bound them. Let's wander further with our next story. The Tale of Vinka and Tarankia Max. This story is about Vinka, a kind-hearted girl, and Mok, a magical creature, who teach the lesson that patience, coupled with love and trust, brings forth beauty and joy. In a quaint little village surrounded by lush greenery, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Vinka. Vinka had the most radiant smile and a heart full of kindness. Her days were filled with laughter, helping her neighbors, and taking care of her little garden. In the heart of this village dwelled a magical creature called a caring cart. His name was Ma, and his purpose was to bring joy and comfort to those who needed it. Ma had wings that shimmered like the morning dew and eyes that sparkled like the stars. One day, as Vinka was tending to her garden, she noticed a tiny flower struggling to bloom. It was delicate and frail, and Vinka felt an instant connection with it. She decided to nurture the flower with all her love and care. Just as Vinka was about to give up, Mok appeared. "Patience, dear Vinka," Mok whispered softly. "Great things take time. Let your love and patience guide you." Encouraged by Mok's words, Vinka continued to care for the flower each day. She watered it gently, protected it from harsh weather, and sang to it every morning. Days turned into weeks, and still, the flower showed no sign of blooming. Vinka's friends advised her to move on, but she remembered Mok's words. He held on to hope and kept her faith. One fine morning, as the sun rose, Vinka was greeted by a wonderful sight. The once frail flower had blossomed into the most beautiful and vibrant bloom she had ever seen. Its petals glistened like pure silk, and its fragrance filled the air with a sweet, captivating aroma. Mok appeared by her side, his wings shimmering as always. "You see, Vinka, your patience and love have brought forth this beauty. Sometimes, all we need is a little patience to let things unfold in their own time." Vinka embraced the lesson she learned from Mok. She realized that patience was not about waiting passively, but about nurturing with love and trust. From that day on, she carried the essence of patience in her heart, and her life flourished with an even greater abundance of joy and beauty. Here's another story to gently guide you to rest. She and the Whispering Wind Bellflower. This story is about a young girl named P, who learns the true meaning of fairness from the magical whispering wind bellflower in a serene and ancient forest. Once upon a time, in a serene village where tall trees leaned to whisper secrets into the wind, there lived a young girl named P. He had golden hair that sparkled like sunlight and eyes that glistened with curiosity. One day, while exploring the edge of the great forest where the village met the wild, P found a hidden path where the flowers glowed as if lit from within. The path led her to an ancient tree. Its leaves whispered the songs of the old. At the tree's base grew a single, radiant bellflower that seemed to hum a gentle melody. Intrigued, P touched the delicate petals, and to her astonishment, the flower spoke. "Hello, P," it whispered. "My name is Bellflower, the whispering wind." P gasped, but her curiosity outweighed her fear. She asked, "How can you speak?" Bellflower's petals quivered. "I have been here for centuries, guarding the wisdom of fairness. Today, I will share it with you." He listened intently as Bellflower began its tale. Long ago, there was a disagreement among the forest creatures over the best season. Each believed theirs was the most remarkable summer, with its warmth. Autumn with colorful leaves. Winter with its serene snow. And spring with blossoms and new life. They quarreled, creating chaos in the forest. To bring peace, an elder tree suggested they seek the whispering wind's wisdom. They agreed and found me just as you did. P. Bellflower's voice grew softer. I told them a story of balance. I explained that each season has its unique beauty, and fairness means recognizing and appreciating the value each one brings. It isn't about which is best, but how each season completes the other, creating a harmonious cycle. The creatures pondered my words, then realized their folly. They celebrated each other and the roles they played. Peace returned to the great forest. Peace smiled warmly. The lesson resonated deeply within her. Thank you, Bellflower. I understand now that fairness is about balance and appreciation. Bellflower's petals shimmered with joy. Indeed, little one. Take this wisdom with you and spread it among your people. P promised and turned to head back to the village. As she left, a gentle breeze carried the Bellflower's final words. Remember, fairness is the key to harmony. P's heart was light as she returned home, eager to share the newfound wisdom with her friends and family, believing that one small seed of knowledge could grow into a vast field of understanding. Let peace fill your heart tonight. Sweet dreams.